It's early morning. You wake up, stretch, and like you've done for years, you head to the kitchen and grab a glass of water. It seems like the healthiest way to start the day. But what if that simple habit is silently throwing your heart, digestion, and energy off balance, especially after 60? This video contains a truth that's made many rethink their entire morning routine. If you've ever felt lightheaded or uneasy after drinking water, this might explain why. And before we dive in, leave a comment telling us where you're watching from. Let's start with one of the most common and surprising mistakes: drinking water too fast. After all, in the quiet stillness of the morning, your body feels thirsty, maybe even dehydrated. So you reach for that big glass of water and gulp it down in one go. It feels good, refreshing, almost like a cleanse. But then, just a few minutes later, something feels off. Maybe your head spins slightly, or a strange wave of fatigue rolls in. Sound familiar? Here's what's really happening. After 60, our body's internal systems don't bounce back as quickly as they once did. Gulping water too fast can cause a sudden dip in blood pressure, confuse hydration signals, and put unexpected stress on your heart and digestion. That's not exactly the gentle wake-up your body deserves. Take Mrs. Ellen, a 74-year-old retired teacher. Every morning she'd drink a full glass of cold water. Then she'd head out for a walk, only to feel dizzy halfway through. Her doctor finally linked the dizziness to her rapid water intake. Once she switched to sipping slowly over 10 minutes, the issue vanished. So here's your simple fix. Start with half a glass of room temperature water. Sip slowly. Be kind to your body. Even better, stick a note on your glass that says, "Sip, don't gulp." A small change, but a powerful one. Now that we've seen how sipping slowly can make a world of difference, let's talk about another subtle but serious mistake: drinking too much water right before taking your morning medications. Many older adults trying to do the right thing grab a full glass of water and swallow their pills first thing after waking up. It seems like a healthy habit, but sometimes it can actually backfire. Take James, for example, a 72-year-old retired mechanic. Every morning, like clockwork, he'd drink a full glass of water with his blood pressure medication. But instead of feeling steady, he started noticing shaky hands and irregular readings. After a trip to the pharmacist, he learned the truth. He was washing his meds away too quickly, not giving them enough time to properly absorb into his system. It turns out that some medications, especially for blood pressure, thyroid, or the heart, require more delicate timing. Too much water too soon can reduce their effectiveness, and your body ends up working harder than it should. So what's the better approach? Ask your pharmacist how your specific medication should be taken. Often a small sip of water is all you need, with more fluids 30 minutes later. In other words, don't just drink, think. Let your water support your health, not accidentally interfere with it. Once you've taken your medication with a gentle sip of water, it might feel tempting to sink back into bed just for a few more minutes. But that brings us to mistake number 3, lying back down after drinking water. It seems harmless, even cozy, but for many older adults, it can quietly invite discomfort. Here's what happens. As we age, the muscles and valves in our digestive tract, especially those that keep stomach acid where it belongs, can weaken. When you lie flat right after hydrating, the water can press upward into the esophagus. The result? A mild case of heartburn or an unsettling tightness in your chest. Martha, a 78-year-old grandmother from Ohio, learned this the hard way. Every morning she'd take a few sips of water in bed, then doze off again. Over time, she began to feel light nausea and a strange discomfort in her chest. Her doctor suggested a simple fix: Stay upright for at least 30 minutes after drinking. And just like that, her symptoms began to fade. Instead of rushing back under the covers, sit up by the window. Watch the sunlight slowly brighten your home. Let your body ease into the day, comfortably and calmly. As you sit by the window, enjoying the quiet and giving your body time to settle after drinking, there's one more important habit to consider: the temperature of your water. That brings us to mistake number 4: drinking water that's too cold. Sure, that icy glass feels refreshing, especially in warmer months. But for an aging body that's just waking up, cold water can be a shock to the system. It may slow digestion, constrict blood vessels, and lead to uncomfortable cramps or unexpected fatigue. Not exactly the gentle start your body needs. Take George, for example. He's 76 and used to fill his cup with ice every morning. But soon he started noticing mild stomach cramps not long after his first drink. It wasn't until his granddaughter, who's studying nutrition, suggested switching to lukewarm water that things changed. After a week of sipping warmer water, the discomfort quietly vanished. So what's the fix? Stick to room temperature or slightly warm water. If you enjoy warm drinks, let the kettle cool a bit before pouring. Think of it as tea time for your internal organs. They appreciate kindness just as much as you do. Your body will thank you for this simple act of gentleness. Once you've found the right temperature for your water, the next step is even more personal: listening to your body's own signals. That leads us to mistake number 5: not tuning in to what your body's actually telling you. After years of routines and health advice, it's easy to fall into the habit of drinking water by the clock, 8 glasses a day no matter what. But as we age, our thirst signals naturally weaken. Some people forget to drink even when they need it. Others, like Clara, go the opposite direction. Clara is 80 and sharp as ever. She believed the 8 glasses a day rule was gospel. So she forced herself to drink that much, even when she wasn't thirsty. The outcome? She spent half her day rushing to the bathroom and often felt bloated and uncomfortable. A visit to her doctor changed everything. He told her to pay attention to her body, not a number. Now Clara drinks slowly and consistently throughout the day, based on what she feels, not what the clock says. And guess what? No more bloating, no more stress. The message here is simple. Hydration isn't about numbers, it's about awareness. Let your body guide you. It knows more than we think. As we wrap up, let's remember the key takeaways. Sip slowly, stay upright, use room temperature water, and listen to your body's signals. These small, mindful adjustments to how we hydrate can make a huge difference in how we feel throughout the day. It's not about perfection. It's about honoring our bodies and making choices that support our health and energy as we age. So tomorrow morning, try incorporating just one of these tips into your routine. Start with a gentle sip, or maybe stay upright for a little longer. You'll likely feel the difference. And that's the first step toward a healthier, more balanced day. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Wisdom Guide Daily. Let's continue learning together and aging with strength, clarity, and care. You've got this.